You know what really grinds my gears?
So, as promised, here's a tour of my new setup in our new place. Originally, where the desk is now, in front of the window, I had the bed here, the bunk bed for me and the kids, going here. But because of that window, and my son likes to climb, I changed it because he kept kicking the window, and I was afraid he was going to break the blinds. So the desk is here. The TV, which was over on this wall over here, is now over here, and then I got the bed over here. So don't mind the TV. He's watching something before school here. So this is my setup. As you see, I got the laptop going. It's connected to that monitor there, which I have on my YouTube channel. And then the desktop right there going to that one. And then of course you can see the program going on the PC. This is OBS. This is what I use now to basically channel all this into that so I can use it. So I can use the microphone, the new mic, the mixing board, and then the camera, which is under right there, and then the PS2 and the PS3 I can feed through the video cards into that. So that's pretty cool. So I like my setup. Got my PS2 right there. I'll be shooting another episode of NASCAR today. Hopefully we'll win our first race now that I got handling it. Got my headphones, which I got fixed. And there's my little son. Say hi people. He's shy. So yeah, everything all nice and set up. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little tour of my new setup. I'm going to be tweaking it here and there, off and on, as time goes by. So what else do I want to do in this video? I want to make it a little longer than a 1 minute tour. So I thought, let's talk about some things that have been going on in the last couple weeks. Let's start with baseball, Major League. The season started. Twins started out in Kansas City and opening day, and it looked promising to start off. Royce Lewis hit the first home run for the Twins, and then in his next at bat, he got a single, and then he was hit. The next batter after him, or after that, he was running to third base, came across second, and then he was just turning. He started. There was a hitch in his giddy up, and they pulled him, and we were like, "Great, he's hurt again. This kid can't catch a break." And it turned out he's got a severe strained quad, so he's out for at least a month. So that's like great. Twins took 2-3 in Kansas City, and then they lost Game 1 in Milwaukee. They won yesterday, so they are now 3-2, I believe. So now they open up the home opener. I think we're playing the Guardians, so that starts today, Thursday the 4th, I believe. Yes, April 4th, 2024. So, nice big win in Milwaukee yesterday. Jeffers hit a home run, 3-run jack. They're off to a decent start. Starting pitching is a little hairy. Hopefully the bats can get going, and we'll see how it goes from here. Let's talk NFL. The Vikings, they traded. They made a trade with the Texans to acquire the number 23 overall draft pick, the first rounder. They traded their second round pick for next year's draft to get it. I think they traded a couple other things too, but they get so now they have two number 1 picks in this year's draft, number 11 and number 23. I personally think they're going to use both to move up and possibly future draft capital to move into the top 3 to draft one of the top quarterbacks. Me personally, I like Drake May out of North Carolina. I think he's the best fit for this offense compared to the other quarterbacks available in the draft. Then I think if not him, in order, I would go Jaden Daniels, the LSU kid, and then J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. I do not want them to draft Bo Nix. I don't see him being very good. If they stand pat where they're at and draft one at 23, I can see Michael Penix, the Washington quarterback. I'd be fine with that if they wanted to do that. Use the 2 picks to fill holes of need. Defense is a big one. They need D-line, so there's several studs on defense they could get at number 11. If they were to go that route instead of trading up and sacrificing draft capital to go get one of the top 4 quarterbacks, I'm fine with that. Penix is good. He's got injury issues though, but I like him. If we were to take him at 23, I'd be fine with that. So that's how I feel about the Vikings. And the draft is a few weeks away. It's gearing up. It's getting really fun and exciting. I'm loving this part of the time of year. I noticed the Buffalo Bills trading Stephon Diggs to Houston. So they have given up on Diggs like we did when we traded him to them. And they got a second-round pick in exchange. So that pretty much tells that the Vikings won that trade because we got Justin Jefferson out of the deal when we got that draft pick. When we traded Diggs, so we won that trade. Good luck to Houston. They're a young and exciting team. They got a great quarterback now in C.J. Stroud. They're building that team up. They got Danielle Hunter from he was a free agent. That's one of the big things that we're going to regret. Either not re-signing him earlier on when he was still with us, or not trading him at the deadline last year after Kirk went down. I mean, Kirk went down like days before the trade deadline. We won that game against the Packers, but it came at a price. They should have just said, you know what, without Kirk, we're probably not going to do much better. Nick Mullins is and going after Josh Dobbs and trying to win the rest of the season was pretty much a tall order, and it pretty much showed that they should have just moved Danielle for what they could have. They could have easily gotten draft capital for him. And so I think that was one of the biggest dumbass moves that the Vikings did, was not moving Danielle Hunter, and it's cost them draft capital. So good luck to Danielle in Houston, and good luck to Stephon Diggs. Hopefully he won't be a prima donna like he was here and in Buffalo. Lots of rumors going around that GTA 6 will be delayed because there's some stuff going around at Rockstar. Lots of rumors. They're basically shutting down work from home. They want everybody back in the studio, back in the office. I get it. I'm not going to believe the rumors until Rockstar comes out and says it themselves. It's all a lot of hearsay and bullshit. If it's true and it delays the game, if it means the game's going to come out, it's going to be bug-free and perfect, that's fine. I'm fine with that. We've seen what happens when a game's released too soon. Cyberpunk is a great example. If it's too buggy and not perfect, it's a horrible experience to play a game like that. And I definitely think if they're going to delay the game to make sure it's absolutely perfect, I'm fine with it. We've waited this long. I'm fine with waiting a few more months. Hopefully not too much longer. That's about it. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Just getting ready for the draft. Watching the Twins. Hopefully they do well. NASCAR, I don't really follow that much. Although I will say I saw the controversy in the last race with Denny Hamlin. I do think he jumped at the start. I think they should have flagged him and they should have redone it. But it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of NASCAR anymore. I miss the old days when it was in the 90s and early 2000s, and even back in the 80s when I started watching. It's not the same without guys like Earnhardt, Waltrip, Rusty Wallace, the Bonnies, Mark Martin, all those guys.
And this stage racing is just bullshit. And then NASCAR deciding let's throw a flag here and there when there's no reason to throw flags. I like it the way it used to be before the whole stage crap. And then they did the points changing the points at the end of the season. Their tournament or whatever they did. I didn't like that. I like the way it was before. I don't like how they got rid of some of these tracks and added new ones and adding dirt tracks when some of these tracks aren't dirt tracks. I mean, adding dirt to Bristol's bullshit. It's sacrilege. I'm glad that they brought Rockingham back. They've repaved it. They're talking about bringing it back as a regular track again. They should. They got a lot to do to fix that sport, and it's dying, unfortunately. So that's it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to do one more mock draft before the draft comes up in a few weeks. Maybe a couple, we'll see. But I will do a mock draft for the latest. After the latest trade the Vikings made, if they made another one, we'll do another mock draft. But I'm also going to get the next song review ready. And then, of course, continue on with my playthroughs, the, revived, I should say, NASCAR 05. And I'll try to get back into Final Fantasy as well. And hopefully it won't be too long before I can get the PS5 running again, get a new controller for that so I can resume work on Cyberpunk as well as my Madden rebuild. I had one in progress with the Vikings. So if you like this vlog, hit that like button. Leave a comment if you like. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help out with future projects, please visit my Patreon at patreon.com/mntwins28 or drop something in the old Cash App. You don't have to help, but any help is always greatly appreciated. Until next time, peace out.